Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a tutorial on this look you see right here. Very green, very shimmery, very all of the things. I used the James Charles Morphe Artistry palette. I'm in love with it. I got it for Christmas. I also did my go-to nude neutral lip. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. So I'm going to start by moisturizing. I have already cleaned my face. I have clearly a blank canvas. So I'm going to moisturize using my Pond's Rejuvenous Anti-Wrinkle Cream because gotta start early. I'm just going to dot that all over my face because moisture is key. And I rub it in. I just noticed there's a big spider right above me, so that's fun. So now that I've moisturized, I'm going to do my eyebrows. I like to do my eyebrows before anything else because your eyebrows are like the base of everything you do. And once you have your eyebrows on, let's be honest, everything just seems to go better, you know? So I'm just gonna... This, which decided to pop up overnight, is making my eyebrow look real whack. I am using the e.l.f. brow pencil in a color that I don't know, but it's dark because I like my eyebrows to match my roots of my natural hair color, and I have naturally pretty dark hair, so go dark on the brows. Now we're going to move into the face makeup. I know I'm a little late on this one. Nivea Men Post Shave Balm, because I had always heard that it was a really good primer, but I was like, and I really like it. I take about that much. You know what it looks like. I don't even need to say it. We all know. But I rub it between my fingertips. It smells really good. It kind of smells like man. First, I'm going to spot conceal because clearly we're having some skin issues that need a little bit of help. So I'm going to take the CoverGirl Invisible Concealer in the shade Fair to spot conceal, and I really like it, so I'm just gonna just the areas I need it, which ends up being half my face. It's cool, it happens. I'm going to take this brush. I pat. I don't like buff because I want to keep most of the coverage because, you know, I'm spot concealing. I'm just gonna take whatever's left on the brush and go right around my nose. I think I woke up like sick this morning. Thanks, Alex. So I have been kind of like rubbing my nose all day. That's a whole other story. I'm going to be using my LA Girl, this is a really long name, LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition Longwear Illuminating Foundation. I take about a pump and a half. I actually start to warm it up and just like rub it around like this because I like to get it warmed up to my body temperature. And then I'll start dotting it all around my face. I know it looks, that's a lot in my hair. I know it looks like I'm putting on a lot, but I'm really not. I'm going to be using my clean Morphe beauty sponge, and I'm just going to start patting that all over my face. I'm going to be taking my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Chantilly. This is gonna freak you out. It is very light, and I just rub it under here, and then I put a little bit on my eyelids because it's also going to work as an eyeshadow base. And then for the rest of the areas that I want to conceal, not highlight, I just say conceal, which is like my T-zone basically. I'm using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour in C6. It looks like this. I know this concealer's been sitting here for a while, but I've learned from the queen, Jackie Aina herself, that letting your concealer sit just for a minute is not a bad thing. Now I'm going to use this to blend everything out. Next, since I'm focusing a lot more on the eyes today, I'm not gonna put as much bronzer and blush on later, so I am going to go into my LA Girl Pro Conceal HD concealer, and it's a dark shade. This is the shade Toast. I know it looks really dark, that's because it is, but I just put a tiny bit like right here, then a little on the forehead, on the sides of the nose, and under the lip. Then I'm going to take my sponge again and use the side that we didn't use on the foundation and blend it up. To set my face, I'm going to be taking I use 2 loose powders to set my face because I'm extra. I use my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Fair. That's for like the areas that I put concealer, so under my eyes, middle of my forehead, and like T-zone. And then for the rest of my face, I use the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. I got this before they came out with like shades, so this is just like their original shade. I do set my eyelids. I take a kind of like this is a natural hair like highlighting brush. You could use this for highlight. I use it to set my eyes. Now that our base is done, we can move into the eyes, which I'm very excited about. My brother got me this palette for Christmas, which I was not expecting even a little bit. It is the James Charles palette, and you all know what it looks like. I'll show you anyways. Looks like this, and the look we're doing today involves these colors, which I am very excited for. So first I'm going to take this big fluffy crease blending brush, and I'm going to dip into the yellow shade called B. I'm just going to kind of load up the brush with this shade, and I'm going to kind of blend that all over the crease. It's okay if right now it looks really messy, because this look involves a lot of blending, because obviously we use a lot of bright colors, and you are just going to have to end up blending. Like 90% of this look is blending, and I really blow this out in my crease. Like I take it almost all the way up to the brow, and I like pull it out. Like we want this yellow shade to be everywhere, because once we start adding the green, we want the yellow to be able to peek through. Once we are happy with that and it is all blown out in the crease, we are going to take a smaller blending brush. This is the ColourPop E2 brush. It looks like this. I'm going to go into the bright green called Social Blade, and I am going to start off with a tiny bit, like really tap off the excess. I'm going to start slowly building that up in the crease. We don't want to take it as high as the yellow, but keep it like just below. I'm telling you, this eye always gives me trouble. Trouble? I just said trouble. I'm going to take that first brush we used, like dip into B, the yellow, one time and like tap off the excess, and then kind of blend over that. Next, I'm going to take this brush from I don't know how to say it. It's like, I got it in an Ipsy. It's like Schmiss Glam. And it is the eyeshadow brush in N15. It's kind of just like a short, flat shader brush. We're going to go into Daddy, which is the darker green color, and we are going to do a halo eye with this color. So we're going to put it in the outside corner, in the inside corner, and leave the middle there blank. I'm not going to blend it in right now. I'm just going to like pack it on. Now that I have that color in the outer corner, I'm going to take a different brush. I think I want to take this small brush from Makeup Geek. It's called this small crease brush, and I'm going to load up the color and put that on the inner corner. Now we're going to try our hardest to leave an empty space in the middle of these when we blend them out, but if you end up getting a little bit in the middle, it's okay because we can always clean that up with concealer, which is probably what we are going to end up doing anyways. I'm going to take that flat shader brush that we first packed the color on with, and I'm going to take a tiny bit of the Social Blade, the lighter green, and I'm going to start just diffusing the edges of Daddy. And next, I'm going to take a smaller, more precise, fluffy brush like this one, which has some color on it, so let's just clean that off. So now that my brush is clean, I am going to take some of B, which is the yellow, and mix it with a little bit of Social Blade, tap off the excess, and start blending out the inner corner green color. That was weird. Now to deepen that up even more, we're actually going to go in with the black in the palette, which is called Spooky. On the same brush that we use for the inner corner, we're going to get a little bit. We don't want to go heavy on the black. We just want like a tiny bit just to add a little bit more depth. This time I think I'm only going to take yellow to blend it. I'm only going to take B because I feel like it's getting lost and it's the lightest color we used, and it's just easier to help blend everything together. I am now going to take, I don't know what I'm going to take, this one I guess, Study I guess. I'm gonna take this tiny itsy bitsy little Real Techniques, I think it's a lip brush, and the concealer, I think I'm gonna use the NARS concealer because it's a little more firm. Wait, that's what she said, and I think it's good for helping to cut. We aren't gonna set this with anything because we are going to go in with a shimmer color, and that's going to go right on top. Fit is a little wonky, do not worry. Once you get the cut part exactly how you want it, we are first going to go in with our finger and the shade Guac, which is that shimmery green color. We're going to press and kind of swipe it into that space we just created on our lid. What we're going to do is go in with the shade Face, which is a gold but tinted greeny, and just pat that over top just so it lightens it a little bit. We're gonna go in with Ring Light too. I made a mistake, but we gotta do it to both eyes now. So we're going to go in with Ring Light and put that on top too because I wanted it to be just a bit lighter. So I know that looks kind of unblended, but now we're going to blend it. I actually want to add a little bit more of spooky into the outer corner because I feel like there isn't as much depth as I want there to be. I'm actually going to take the tiniest bit of that on the inner corner too, just to add more depth. That small blending brush without adding any more eyeshadow onto it and blend it out. Now that that is nice and smoky and blended out, we are going to do the bottom lash line. And for the bottom lash line, the first color that we're going to take is B. And we're basically going to mimic what we did in the crease up here. So I'm going to take B and we're going to smudge that all up underneath the lash line so it's really, really, really bright. So now that that is there, this is the brush that came in the Naked Cherry palette. We're going to use the small end of it and we're going to take Social Blade and blend that right on top, but don't bring it down as far as B. And we're bringing it all the way into the inner corner because it's basically a green smoky eye. Next, we're going to take the same brush and Daddy and do the same exact thing. Now to make sure that this is all blended, we're going to take the ColourPop brush and just blend it all out. And it's okay if it gets really smoky and like intense down there because that's kind of the look we're going for here. And now for our inner corner highlight, we're going to take a really tiny little brush and the very last color that we use on the halo part, which is called Ring Light, and pop that load up the inner corner. For the brow bone, I usually take a fluffy flat brush, take Flashback for the brow bone highlight, which is the white in the palette, and do it right underneath the brow. And now that we've done that, we are going to throw some eyebrow gel and mascara on. I use the e.l.f. eyebrow gel, and today I think I'm going to use the Maybelline, L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara in shade Black. So I will be right back with lash. So I'm now back with lashes, and I forgot a step. That should have been done before mascara, but I forgot. But I forgot it, so we're gonna do it now. I'm going to take a green eyeliner. This one is from Avon, and it is called Emerald. And I'm going to put that in my bottom waterline. Since the focus of this makeup look is very much so on the eyes, we're going to go very natural on the skin. So I'm going to take my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which is clearly very well loved, and my big ol' fluffy bronzer brush. And we're going to just bronze up the cheeks a little bit, nose, and forehead. Now I'm not actually going to add on any blush, but for highlighter, you know the color that we highlighted the inner corners with and put on top, just to make everything cohesive and like flow nicely, I'm going to take that same ring light eyeshadow that we used on the eyes and add that for highlighter. This eyeshadow as a highlight is really, really, really nice. And then I take my finger down the bridge of the nose. I know that's really unblended, but we will blend her in and use what's left on the brush for the Cupid's bow. The lips. What did I do for the lips? What did I do for the lips? For the lips, I'm going to take my ColourPop lip liner in the shade Aquarius. This is Aquarius, right? Aquarius, and I'm going to line my lips. Then I'm going to take my ColourPop lip gloss in the shade Moonchild, and I'm going to put that in the middle. I'm going to give myself a nice spritz with my Mario Badescu rose water spray stuff. And this is the completed look. thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on this. I don't even know what I'm gonna call this. Green halo cut crease thing, smoky eye, all of the above. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.